Did the Walt Disney Company team up with Dude Perfect, a huge YouTube channel, and steal a woman's world record from her? Did they cheat to do so? Folks, that's the video today. It's a strange one, but we have to dive into it. We've got some stuff that you have to see. Disney may have snuck in a VP with the crew of Dude Perfect to steal the world record for visiting Disney parks. Hello, folks, and welcome back. It's a dandy of a day. The sun is shining our way, and we're happy that you're here with us. As we stray into telling the truth with a capital T, folks, all we ask is that you click the like button. And without further ado, let's get to doing what we do here. It's time for some news. All right, folks, you are currently looking at Social Blade for the YouTube channel Dude Perfect. And Dude Perfect is a big YouTube channel. It has been around since 2009. They've only released 515 videos in that amount of time, and they have something like 61.5 million subscribers. They're closing in on 20 billion views. They're a big channel, and they produce, they don't produce content every day. It's a big deal when they do. They've got 110 million views over the last 30 days. Now, why would we be looking at the social media stats for a YouTube channel called Dude Perfect, which many of you know about it, and your kids have watched it. Maybe you watched it. Maybe you watched it when you're younger and you've lost track of them. Well, they're still around. And they just did a YouTube video called Going to Every Disney Park in 75 Hours. You can see it's made with AI, it appears. I mean, that Mickey is definitely, I think, AI. And there is no red roller coaster in Magic Kingdom with the castle behind you. So it's they're a big deal, and they're still having, they're doing that kind of thing. So they did a video, of course, as you can see, on going to every Disney park in 75 hours, which was to break a world record that another lady held, where she did it in 75 and a half hours. Now, Nathan Firesheets has broken this down, and I'm going to scroll way down. Scott Gustin had posted, Dude Perfect just posted its newest video, going to every Disney park in 75 hours. Watch it. So Scott promoted this thing, and then Nathan did a deep dive into the whole thing. I'm going to scroll way down into this because I want to show you, and I'm looking specifically for the post where it's going to talk about just how ugly this might have been. Man, there is a lot to this. We're going to go through a bunch of it. Where is it where it talks about okay, here it is. Nathan says, if I were Lindsay Nemeth, I guess this is the lady who actually did it. It says, if I were Lindsay Nemeth, I'd be annoyed about this whole nonsense. She earned her record fair and square, and now these yahoos have illegitimately stolen her thunder. As far as I'm concerned, she still holds the record at 75 hours and 6 minutes. Okay, what is this about, folks? Because this is deep in the weeds. Well, let me explain. This giant YouTube channel, Dude Perfect, decided they were going to do a marketing push where they were going to go to every Disney park in 75 hours and get the world record. However, some internet sleuths have looked into this, and it looks like Disney may have helped them cheat. And all of it may be nonsense. And let's go into it. You ready? All right. Nathan breaks this down and says, okay, what thing jumped out at me? They're getting off Tron at Magic Kingdom at 59 minutes, 48 seconds. Then they're watching the end of the fireworks at 62 minutes, 13 seconds. Then he gets to Radio Spring Racers at 72:09, where you can clearly see it's just after 8:30 a.m. from the Lightning Lane return time clock. Goes on to explain why that might be impossible. Goes on to talk about Tron and the fireworks. Looks it up by the day that they were there to figure out if this is... In other words, they really sleuthed this thing. Then goes on to talk about when they landed the LAX terminal, the clock doesn't seem to match the clocks that are there. I mean, this is nuts how much... But here's the deal. If we scroll down, because there's a lot to this... Let me see if we can get to the point where they noticed that Disney employees might have been helping them and may have been giving them special access to the parks after hours. Let me see. Let me just go. Marvin, your thoughts on this as I find that real quick.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Disney loves their big influencers. They replaced Stacy's Must Do Disney with a video of a bunch of influencers. They have, big time cupcaker influencers doing their official videos on their Disney parks YouTube channels. So I'm not shocked by this that they view this as free publicity. I mean, they've been doing it since Lou Mangello started, his podcast years ago. So I'm not shocked by this at all, but you're absolutely right. If they are helping, if they are providing access, if they are helping them cheat, then they literally stole somebody's world record, which is honestly infuriating.
Yeah, and let's get to that in just a minute. Nathan Firesheet says they clearly had special after-hours access to Hong Kong Disneyland. The latest park closing so far in 2025 is 9 p.m., and they theoretically started at 10:30. And the latest closing that Shanghai Disneyland has had this year is 9:30, but it's really hard to tell what time this might actually be. I can look and see the arm going right there towards 8. No, maybe that's shorthand. It's hard to say. Hard to say which is the long and the short. But he says, and in terms of special access, you'll note that they were being escorted to the front of the line for most, if not all, of these rides. The guy in the white in the middle there, he's a Disney VP. Now, I want to listen again, folks. Jason Riker is the person they're listing out here, or Retcher, but Jason is the VP for parks content and was with them the entire way. See, Jonas was worried. He thought, this is not enough for a story, pro. There it is. There's the VP, Jonas. And they may have faked a world record for marketing purposes and edited all this together, and now they're caught, Jonas. And this reminds me of the Mark Rober situation, where they made it seem like Mark Rober really, was discovering this stuff with Disney, and in fact, it was a hit job on Tesla that was inappropriate.
Right. The idea that he faked his way into getting inside of Disneyland with a LiDAR camera. Oh, he did all these steps to hide. He said it was a Canon camera, and did a LiDAR test inside of Space Mountain.
Right, fake the whole security
right on the same
it.
trip where literally Crunch Labs is doing their visit to Walt Disney Imagineering. So this is the same team, obviously coordinating that. I say obviously because it's if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck. This is the kind of thing, Dude Perfect. Let's just make sure that everyone understands how massive this brand is. They have product deals with Nerf to where Nerf bow and arrows have the Dude Perfect logo on them. This is not some guy who happens to have a YouTube channel that's gotten a lot of success. That's just some guy sitting in his garage. It's like, oh, I'm going to think of a video today and let's see what we can do with this. This is as big of a brand as almost anything that you can see on your toy shelves today. So the idea that Dude Perfect would do this, Disney would be aware of it if they did it on their own. So Disney helping them and getting access all the way through here, that's
helping them. Jonas, the VP of parks content, was with them the whole way. So regardless of if they thought they could beat the world record, the video was going to show they beat the world record. And this poor woman who actually holds the world record, now she's been beaten, and it's all a concocted piece of advertising that Disney pulled off.
Right, and I'm sure this will be on the user-generated content section of Disney Plus that they're now curating YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. For those of you who are not aware of this, I don't know if we've covered this on the channel yet. Disney is adding YouTube videos that they like onto Disney Plus because that's the only way that they can get content onto that platform that people are actually interested in watching. Whether or not people will watch it is a completely different matter entirely. But the timers on the screen, when big YouTubers do challenges and they put timers on the screen, especially when we're talking 75 hours, that's not accurate. That's not Olympic timing that we're talking there. That is show timing, because they are not synchronizing their watches. This is not something that is done in actuality. This is quote unquote for entertainment purposes.
Right.
It's an ad. And the idea that this will have an effect on someone who actually loves Disney enough to do this, that's typical Disney. They'd rather steal from one of their biggest fans in order to do an advertisement, give themselves a pat on the back.
That's a great point. There's somebody out there who actually did it to great, my gosh, can you imagine how hard this would be? I mean, you would not sleep. You would not sleep for 3 days and actually did it. And
sleep on the plane.
what they did, what they did is Disney embedded the VP of parks content. And you can listen, we could go through that list again. It's exhaustive how many errors there are in the video. I mean, folks, go over there and check out. I'll get it back up on the screen now. Go check out this thread from Nathan Firesheets where he points out every way you can tell that this is not legit. Go check it out. But if you don't believe a thing he says, all you have to know is that they embedded the VP of Parks content with them. That's all you got to know that it's not real. And how do you know that's not real then? Because the lady who still holds the world record, she did it on her own.
Yeah.
They had a VP with them the entire way through. You think they had to wait in lines? You think they had to go through the normal security checks? No. And Disney did this as a marketing ploy. Jonas is exactly right. And it stinks that Disney would do this and take away some woman who, how long did she plan it? How much money did she spend? It might be the biggest thing on her social media accounts. It might be the biggest claim to fame. And they stripped it away cheaply to, so they can be associated with Dude Perfect.
Right. And just to be clear, Disney themselves released this on their X account. They retweeted this, by the way, with that cringy AI Mickey Mouse with the weird teeth. They released this on the Disney Parks social medias as well. It's on the Dude Perfect channel, but Disney is promoting this as well, like it's a big surprise or something. This has as much production value, if not more, than any television show that you see out there on ABC or any of the major networks.
Culture, get in here. Give us your thoughts on it.
It's not the only scummy thing Disney's done, but I look at this and I go, I could partner with Elon Musk and beat this time. Wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wait a minute. Are you suggesting you're going to hop on a SpaceX rocket and let it drop you off?
Sure. Why not? Parachute from 200,000 feet or whatever. No, I feel like, you get, if you want to beat Disney and make a mockery of this, you could really do it. It wouldn't be hard. You get a private jet. You start in Paris, right?
When you say it won't be hard, then you start off with, you'll need a private jet. I'm sensing an oxymoron in the statement.
Well, I'm just saying, you just need a private jet and the ability to like walk into each of these parks. So you coordinate with a team. You have a team on the ground in every city where the parks are. And, the Asia parks are easy, California especially easy. But look, I mean, did they actually go into each of the parks and ride at least one attraction? Did they have lightning lanes in Florida? So I would have to watch the video to see how they went about it. But I think you start out in Paris as your beginning point, and then you fly around the world, and you can stay ahead of the clock because of the time zones. So, is it legitimately that many hours, or is it that many hours based on the time zones? Is it just a number of hours total? Is it? And here's the thing: the production value is too high on this for it to be reality. And I mean, do I believe somebody could do it? Yeah, because I've done the park to park challenge from Florida to California. I went to 6 parks in one day, so it can be done. It's just this lady is being robbed, as you mentioned, because Disney wanted to make a commercial without making a commercial.
Do you know the sad part, the truly sad part, aside from this lady being screwed? They have to know that this is very easily, as we've seen, debunkable. And they don't care.
Right.
Because they figure there's enough dummies out there who won't bother that they'll fool some of the people some of the time, and that's enough for them.
Well, that was the Mark Rober thing.
That's like arrogance.
Like everything modern Disney, it's artificial. They nothing is genuine anymore with Disney. I mean, I remember a day long ago where the record for going on every single attraction in Walt Disney World was held by a Russian, and a young man named Flash actually went around and rode every single ride and did it the right way. It was all detailed on a documentary called Step by Step that aired on TGIF. Was waiting for anyone to get that.
That's wonderful.
So, folks, bottom line here is the Walt Disney Company is partnering with some big YouTube channels. We just wish they would do things that don't make us all grossed out when we, see the product. I don't know why this company, everything they do has to gross us out. Whether it's Mark Rober and pretending that he's getting through security with a LiDAR camera and then you watch it and you say, wait a minute, no, this is all scripted and stupid. Or whether it's this one where they're stealing world records from innocent content creators.
Hey, there's a show for Pro TV, scripted and stupid.
Hey, I like that idea. Put this baby to bed. This video is over. Turn off the lights, but not quite yet, folks, because we do ask one final thing before we say goodbye. And that is, would you consider clicking the like button? Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Also greatly appreciated. Anytime you would like to share this out on your favorite social media platforms, well, we would love that. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts. Folks, drop a comment down below and use that beautiful mind of yours. If you would not mind, we'd love to know what you're thinking. Also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button. It is the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of new, cool, exclusive information. Folks, until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah.
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.